Good morning to all. Myself Nijeesha, Assistant Professor of Computer Science Department in Emmanuel Research College of Engineering. Now I am going to teach about cloud computing in web technology subject. First, introduction to cloud computing. Cloud computing has transformed how organizations build, deploy, and scale technology. Instead of owning physical infrastructure, users access computing resources over the internet on demand. It eliminates the need for physical servers and upfront hardware costs. Enables on-demand access to computing power and storage. It supports scalability, flexibility, and cost efficiency. Then, problem that cloud computing solves. What are the problems comes in cloud computing and the solves? Before the cloud, if a company wanted to launch a website or an application, it had to follow a slow and expensive process. In old way, the companies had to purchase physical servers, storage devices, and networking equipment. In this required a large upfront investment known as capital expenditure. The peak usage had to be estimated in advance, often leading to over provisioning and wasted resources. Procuring and setting up new servers could take weeks or even months. But in new way, the cloud computing and hardware is no longer purchased. Computing resources are rented from cloud providers such as AWS, Google, or Microsoft. Cost shift from a large upfront investment to a pay as you go operational expenditure model. Resources can be provisioned instantly without long waiting periods. It eliminates over provisioning, guesswork, and resource wastage. The architecture of cloud computing. This cloud computing architecture refers to components and subcomponents that required for cloud computing. These components typically refer to front end, back end, and cloud based delivery and a network. In front end means fat client or thin client. Back end platform has a servers or storage. Cloud based delivery and internet has internet, intranet, or inter cloud. These are the architecture structure of cloud computing. In front end, user interaction enhancement. It includes user interfaces and client devices. Thin clients use web browsers for simple access, while fat clients provide advanced features and a better user experience. In backend platform, it is cloud computing engine. It consists of servers and storage system that handle data processing, application management, and data storage in the cloud. Cloud-based delivery and network. It provides access to cloud services through the internet, intranet, and intercloud for smooth communication, connectivity, and data transfer. Characteristics of cloud computing. All cloud services have 5 fundamental characteristics: on-demand self-service, broad network access, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, and measured service. In on-demand self-service, users can create and manage resources anytime without provider support. In broad network access, cloud services can be accessed from anywhere, while devices like laptops or phones. Resource pooling. Resources are shared among multiple users and assigned as needed. Rapid elasticity. Resources can quickly scale up or down based on demand. Measured service. Users pay only for the resources they use. The shared responsibility model. Security is the cloud. It's a partnership between cloud provider and the customer. This is known as shared responsibility model. The cloud provider, examples AWS, Azure, GCP, and is responsible for the security of the cloud. This includes the physical security of data centers, the hardware, and the core networking infrastructure. The customer is responsible for security in the cloud. This includes managing who has access to your resources, encrypting your data, configuring firewalls like network policies, and securing your applications. The amount of responsibility you have depends on the service model you choose. This is types of cloud computing. Types of cloud computing is: first type, software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, and function as a service. First one is infrastructure as a service, IaaS. Infrastructure as a service is a type of cloud computing that gives people access to IT tools like virtual computers, storage, and networks through the internet. You don't need to buy or manage physical hardware. Instead, you pay only for what you use. For example, Amazon EC2 is an infrastructure as a service for IaaS that provides virtual service on the cloud, allowing users to create, manage, and scale computing resources as needed. Benefits of using IaaS, that is flexibility and control. It comes up providing virtualized computing resources such as VM, storage, and networks, facilitating users with control over the operating system and applications. Reducing expenses of hardware. It provides business cost savings with the elimination of physical infrastructure investment, making it cost effective. Scalability of resources. The cloud provides in scaling of hardware resources up or down as per demand, facilitating optimal performance with cost efficiency. Second type is platform as a service, that is PaaS. It is a cloud computing model where a third party provider offers the software and hardware tools it need to develop, test, and run applications. This allows users to focus on building their applications without worrying about managing servers or infrastructure. For example, AWS Elastic Beanstalk is a platform as a service by Amazon Web Services that helps developers deploy and manage applications easily, while AWS handles server scaling and load balancing. Benefits of using PaaS: it's simplifying the development, enhancing and productivity, automation of scaling. In simplifying the development, it offers application development by keeping the underlying infrastructure as an abstraction. It helps the developers to completely focus on application logic code, and background operations are completely managed by AWS platform. In enhancing efficiency and productivity, it lowers the management of infrastructure complexity, speeding up the execution time, and bringing the updates quickly to market by streamlining the development processes. Automation of scaling. Management of resource scaling, guaranteeing the program's overload efficiency is ensured by PaaS. In software as a service, SaaS is a way of using software over the internet instead of installing it on your computer. The software is hosted by a company and you can use it just by logging it through a web browser. You don't need to worry about updates, maintenance, or storage. The provider take care of all that. For example, Google Document allows user to create, edit, and share documents online without installing any software. Benefits: collaboration and accessibility. It helps users to easily access applications without having any requirement of local installation. It is fully managed by AWS software, working as a service over the internet, encouraging effortless cooperation and ease of access. Automation of updates. It provides manage the handling of software maintenance with automatic latest updates, ensuring users gain experience with the latest features and security patches. Cost efficiency. It acts as a cost effective solution by reducing the overhead of IT support by eliminating the need for individual software license. Function as a service, FaaS, is a cloud computing service that allows customers to run code in response to events without managing the complex infrastructure. You just write the code, upload it, and cloud provider run it only when it's needed. You pay only for the time your code runs. Example, AWS Lambda lets you run code automatically when an event occurs, such as uploading a photo to a website, without managing or running servers all the time. Benefits: event driven execution. It helps in the maintenance of servers and infrastructure, making users worry about it. FaaS facilities develops run code as a response to the events. Cost efficiency. By coming up with the principle pay as per your run for the computing resources, Scalability and agility. The architecture scale effortless in handling, workload promoting agility in development and deployment. Then what is deployment models? It has a private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, multi-cloud. Private cloud, this is operated solely for a single organization and it managed internally by a third party and can exist on premise of premise. It offers high level of security and control. Public cloud, this cloud infrastructure is owned and operated by a third party cloud service like AWS or Google provided by the internet, and it offers pay as you go model and scalability. Hybrid cloud model is a private cloud or public cloud and it allowing applications and data shared between them. Multi-cloud is an organizations, the combination of cloud from two or more different public cloud providers. These are the top leading cloud computing companies. First is Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Alibaba, Oracle, IBM. And Amazon is a AWS, Amazon Web Service. Key offerings are compute, storage, database and networking. Microsoft has a cloud service name is Azure. Key offerings are cloud computing, AI, analytics and hybrid cloud. Google service name is Google Cloud Platform, that is big data and cloud storage. Alibaba is an Alibaba cloud name, IaaS, big data, cloud security, AI. Oracle has a name, Oracle Cloud. Key offerings are enterprise cloud, database, PaaS, SaaS. IBM has IBM Cloud, quantum computing, AI, hybrid cloud, security. In cloud security, it is recommended to measures and practices to protect data or applications and infrastructure in cloud computing environments. Some of the best practices of cloud security are data encryption, access control and multi-factor authentication. Data encryption, encrypting the data in a cloud and protecting it unreadable to unauthorized users even the data is intercepted. In access control, it ensures only authorized users can use the sensitive cloud data and resources. In multi-factor authentication MFA, it improves the security and multiple verification methods such as password, OTP or biometrics before access is granted. Then advantages of cloud computing is cost saving, data redundancy and replication, ransomware or malware protection, flexibility, reliability, high accessibility, scalability. Disadvantages, internet dependency, data breaches, limitations on control and security and privacy issues. Conclusion, cloud computing has an important component of modern IT infrastructure. It is offering excellent flexibility, scalability and efficiency. It has not only the overcome of prior computing models, but it has also created the path for new applications and services in technological progress and economic growth. Thank you.